Today is March 22nd, 2021.
And today we'll be talking about new teachers, the school nurse, and the 8th grade promos. I'm Jesse.
I'm Ava.
And this is
GEMS
TV. ASB Student Leadership approved another club, GEMS Games and Creations Club. Consider joining a new club focused on playing specific games and showing what other club members have made. Sharing could include games, art, stories, animations, or short films. The club will meet on a Google Meet each Thursday, 2 to 3. Beginning April 8th, see William Richardson or Mr. Loft to join the code. In case you didn't know, we have 2 teachers on our campus this year. Here's Alyssa to introduce them.
This year we have 2 new excellent teachers, Miss White, a 6th grade history teacher, and Mr. Smith, a 7th grade language arts teacher. Let's hear some things about them.
I actually at first didn't think I wanted to be a teacher, and then I knew I wanted to help some people in some way, right, and work with kids, but wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. And honestly, I just kind of fell into it. I changed majors, I didn't really know what to do, and then it just kind of clicked one day and I was like, I think I want to be a teacher, and I just started to pursue it. My favorite part about teaching history is because I get to learn as kids learn. I mean, obviously not everybody knows every single part of history, so it's pretty awesome that I get to also learn new things with the kids as well.
Let's learn a little bit about Mr. Smith.
I think I enjoy creating creative activities and lessons that kind of really are exciting to do with the students. I think that's a lot of fun, like come up with different ideas that kind of make things fun for the classroom, and we learn a lot and do a lot of interesting things in class. I think that's my favorite part, the creating side of putting that together and really sharing that with students. I've taught at other schools. It was always language arts. I have taught 7th grade and 8th grade and a little bit of high school. So kind of most of the grades from 7th to 12th grade around there. So that's that range.
That's a bit on the new teachers this year. I'm reporter Alyssa Peterson and journalist Valerie Ferguson from GEMS TV.
Attention 7th graders. Are you still interested in going on the East Coast trip in 2022? Over 100 students are signed up, so see Mr. Noonan in room 105 if you are interested in going. It is Spirit Week for spring break. Be sure to check Schoology and Instagram for all the Spirit dress-up days. Also, Thursday after school, make sure to get your spring break treat from student leadership as you leave the gate. Interconnect students can pick up in the office after 12:30 p.m. Being a school nurse can be a tough job, but this year is especially challenging. George got a chance to catch up with Mrs. Gordon.
This year has been very off with COVID. Let's see how the school nurse feels.
To keep all the students safe, obviously all the staff safe first and foremost. Making sure we've got all the information we need from everybody as far as health records and knowing if someone's sick. We do a lot of contact tracing, so we have to see if someone's feeling sick. Are they feeling sick because they've been a close contact with someone who tested positive, or are they feeling sick because they have allergies? And so we have to kind of differentiate all that stuff.
I think I just go.
Different rules. As you guys probably know, there's the mask wearing and the social distancing, and then as far as us interacting with students, again, there's the mask wearing and the social distancing. And when I have to test or screen a student, I do a lot of hearing and vision tests, or I give students medications or something. Again, we have to be very careful with the masks and the social distancing and wearing of shields sometimes, and taking temperatures with everybody. And it's kind of sad sometimes because a lot of the students I'd really like to see, I'm not getting to see this year because they're not even on campus.
And this is how the school nurse feels with these hard times during COVID. This is reporter George Wright with photographer Ellis Hall.
Attention all current 8th graders. Come be part of the 6th season of the Lincoln High School dance team. Enjoy performances at assemblies, football games, parades, basketball games, and much more. Be involved with your school, dance, enjoy an amazing time with your team, and gain friends for a lifetime. Clinic and auditions will be held on Wednesday, April 7th, 8th, 9th at Lincoln High School in the theater. Last year, 8th graders didn't get a chance to celebrate their promotion to high school. What is in the store for this year? Here's Audrey to find out some information.
Last year's 8th grade promotion was on video rather than in person. Let's see what this year's 8th grade promotion will look like.
We're not sure what it's going to look like yet. We're still kind of working through the ideas for it, and we still need to get approval from the county. But the idea is that we will do the awards ceremony and the promotion at the same time, and it will be done Thursday, the day before we get out of school in the morning. What that will look like with parents and how it's going to look and all that, we still need to work all that out. We have some ideas, but we have nothing official yet.
For it to be in person and you walk up on a stage.
I'm hoping that we actually get to have an 8th grade promotion and it's not just online like it was last year where they were just announcing the names.
So hope it's gonna be in person and not in a video.
Let's all hope that this year's 8th grade promotion will be successful. I'm reporter Audrey Baser with photographer Paige Stowers from GEMS TV signing out.
Students, there are a limited number of yearbooks available this year due to COVID. Make sure you pre-order your copy now at jostensyearbooks.com. Our PE teachers have done a great job keeping students active but safe. How do they do it? Here is Nick with more.
Some people may be wondering what the safety precautions for this year are in PE. Here's Ms. Nichols with more information.
For PE, we've had to work with keeping the kids socially distanced and not sharing equipment. Some better than others. I think the hardest thing is keeping them socially distanced. I don't understand because before COVID, people stayed more socially distanced than they do now. And maybe that's because it's harder to hear people with their masks on. Maybe, I don't know. But I do know it's been harder to keep them socially distanced.
Let's get a student's opinion on the PE precautions this year and how well they followed them.
The PE precautions are all right. I mean, they're not too difficult, and it makes sense what they want us to keep doing and having our masks on and everything, since PE can be a pretty contactful sport or just a class where you do lots of stuff that can touch each other. I think we're following them pretty well. I mean, they're not all that difficult, just kind of keeping your mask on, trying to stay 6 feet apart, and they're pretty easy to follow.
Let's see how another class follows the PE precautions and how it's been affecting them this year.
So the PE precautions for this year are that we're not really allowed to use the same equipment unless we're able to wipe it down. And then everybody, when they're outside, are supposed to be 6 feet away from each other when we're doing activities. And just pretty much the major thing is that we aren't allowed to do this shared equipment, so we can't do flag football or basketball or volleyball because you're touching the same equipment. They're affecting them because we can't do PE as normal. We can't play different games that we're used to playing. There's not a lot of contact out here for PE anymore. They can't use the same equipment unless we're able to wipe it down, like for hockey or soccer, so they're not able to do volleyball and other different units that we normally are able to do.
These are some of the precautions that PE teachers believe will keep us safe. I'm reporter Nick Gilding with photographer Mason Ontramian signing out.
Get to know some of our GEM staff. Today we want to share with you the profiles created by student leader William Richardson about one of the GEMS PE teachers, Mrs. Nichols, and GEMS music teacher, Mr. Medina, as well as profiles created by student leader Allison Dixon about one of our GEMS math teachers, Mrs. Ransford, and GEMS art teacher, Miss Ward. Each week we will share a few more staff profiles with you so you can learn some more about the staff here at Glen Edwards. Mrs. Nichols. She says, do your work, don't procrastinate. You are an amazing person. Stand tall and believe in yourself. She started in Yuba College and played softball for 2 years. After those 2 years, she coached senior league team and helped coach college team, transferred to Chico State and majored in kinesiology, graduating top 5% in the class. She played third base, winning MVP. She has been teaching for 33 years and has been teaching at GEMS 32 years, starting at 1989. She likes to run, hike, and camp. One of her best memories at GEMS was working for Shelley Hoover. She was the best principal we ever had. She believed in staff and teachers, and she makes changes and made the school a better place and made it look cool. She would choose a cheetah because they run and have spots.
Miss Ransford is an 8th grade math teacher here at Glen Edwards. Miss Ransford went to Santa Rosa Junior Community College, then transferred to Sac State. Got a degree in criminal justice, worked in the tech industry, then went back to school at National University to become a teacher. She loves anything outdoors, swimming, walking, camping, and boating. If she could be any animal, she would be a dog, because they're sweet and loyal. What she loves about teaching is when she reaches a student and builds a relationship with them. Her advice to students is don't lose sight of the importance of education and use it as a resource and a tool to get more opportunities in life. She has been working at GEMS for 8 years. Miss Ward is an advanced art and photography and ceramics teacher at Glen Edwards Middle School. Miss Ward went to cosmetology school, went to the Army, and had Little College, then went to Sierra, then transferred to National to get a teaching degree. Her hobbies are anything art-related: Pinterest, history, ballroom dancing, home improvement, and photography. If she could be any animal, she'd be an owl for their old age and wisdom. Her favorite part about being a teacher is seeing her 6th graders graduate high school. Her advice for students would be study, make an effort to do work, don't procrastinate, and find something fun in every subject. She has been working at GEMS for 9 years. The leadership class is built around planning and hosting events on our campus. Many wonder what they have been up to this year with all the COVID restrictions. We will leave you with this story. Have a great day, Panthers!
This year has had many changes, including not being able to do any events, considering last year we had many dances and after-school sports. This year we had to work around having to stay 4 to 6 feet apart and having to wear masks. Here are some of the thoughts from teachers and students.
I really don't like it. A part of my job as activities director is to plan fun events for kids, like dances and rallies and movie nights and field days and things like that. So COVID has definitely stopped us from being able to do a lot of those things. With my leadership class and my student leaders, though, we are doing our best to try to have some fun things here at school or after school where we can do them by still following the protocols of either having them be virtual or keeping our social distances and things like that.
The hard thing is the school culture. It's really exciting, especially as you get up to 8th grade promotion and some of those activities that 8th graders are missing out on. I also think it builds relationships with kids. The 6th graders not having a school dance for the first time, not having sports and athletics. It's just hard overall because that's part of what brings the school together.
It has been especially difficult for leadership to plan events this year with all the protocols.
It's been more difficult because people had to, we can't be in contact with people when we try planning stuff, and we have to do basically virtual, and yeah, it's the only thing we can do.
The way COVID has affected leadership is we can't plan dances and we can't do any spirit days because we're not allowed to go into classrooms and be able to count them, and we can't do we can't pass out anything anymore. So it's really difficult to do that. And
this is reporter Audrey Baser with photographer Paige Stowers from GEMS TV signing out.
GEMS TV would like to thank our sponsors: Platinum Level, Freer Realty Group, Cali Kids Dental; Gold Level, San Francisco Bay Coffee, Lincoln Elite Basketball; Silver Level, Rebel Hen Cafe, Tiger Eye Hair, Dr. Boatman DDS, Beach Hut Deli, Acre Pool Service, Far West Rental and Ready Mix, PJ's Mail and Parcel, Ryan's Home and Business Services, RM Mechanical. Thank you for watching GEMS TV.